Good afternoon, LIU Post. This is your campus news report. I'm Joe Icart.
And I'm Sophia Strauss. Brookville Hall, known to house upperclassmen and athletes, gained a wild reputation over the years due to excessive partying and the building's deteriorating state. According to Ben Perez, a Brookville RA, there was an installation of new cameras positioned at each side entrance of the dorm. These cameras, Perez said, have facial recognition capability. This is to catch students who are using side doors after hours, which is restricted. Brookville resident Alexandra Holdridge was shocked at the addition and said, "Honestly, I didn't think the school would take it that far." Students caught using side doors after hours could face fines anywhere from $25 to $100, depending on if they're a repeat offender. Despite the written warning on the doors and the vast number of cameras in the hall, public safety denies this technology exists.
Many residents living in Kings Hall are becoming aware of the presence of mold in their dorms and other locations in the hall. Students are concerned for their health and believe the mold is causing an endless cycle of sickness in their building. There was an emergency evacuation in Suite 104 on Tuesday, October 1st, when resident Russell Drown said a stench emerged overnight. After cleaning out the entire room and not finding a smell, Drown and his roommates brought the issue to their RA. An investigation deemed the room unlivable. Mold is also growing in several areas in the hall's laundry room. Facility Services addresses issues on a case-by-case basis when students report them. It is still unclear when or if the mold issue will be fixed for the residents in Kings Hall.
Members of the Promise Office are hosting a Safe Zone training sessions to educate students about LGBTQ identities, gender, and sexuality. The training will also examine prejudice, assumptions, and privilege. Campus Life staff began Safe Zone training on campus in 2015. The Promise staff, most Greek organizations, and all resident assistants are Safe Zone certified, according to Associate Director of Promise, Juliet Pagano. Upcoming training sessions will be held in Humanities on Thursday, October 17th at 4 p.m. and in Pratt Recreation Center on Monday, October 21st at 4 p.m. Sessions last up to 2 hours and anyone is welcome to attend.
Students are in for a spooky treat this month. The Rainbow Alliance, along with the Forensic Science Club and the Promethean Pitch Acapella, are hosting a haunted house to get students in a frightened mood for Halloween. The idea originally came from the Forensic Science Club, who hosted a similar event last year. Participants of the haunted house will be taken on a tour of the chapel with a thrilling twist. As you progress from room to room, beware of ghosts and other monsters who could jump out at you at every turn. During the tour, the guide will share original horror stories written by club members. Nicole Ludwig, president of the Rainbow Alliance, is excited for the interactive storytelling, saying, "Putting all this together is very much like directing a play." The event is Thursday, October 24th at 7 p.m. inside the Interfaith Chapel Center. Admission is $8 for students and $5 for kids and $10 for adults.
WCWP alumni will be taking over the FM radio station as they return from all around the country for homecoming weekend. Alumni from as far as Florida come to celebrate and reminisce their time at LIU with WCWP's annual alumni events. This year marks the station's 58th anniversary. Head of the WCWP Alumni Association, Jeff Kroll, said being able to take over the radio station during the anniversary will be something special. There's nothing like coming for the entire weekend and reliving the good times. Students can celebrate the Alumni Weekend during the Wave Homecoming Barbecue on Saturday, October 19th at the radio station behind Hillwood Commons.
Now over to Elise Person with sports this week.
In Sharks sports news, the name Mia McLeod will go down in women's ice hockey program history as the first Sharks player to receive recognition in the New England Women's Ice Hockey Alliance. The Canadian native received Rookie of the Week honors after a well-deserved weekend of play. In the Sharks' inaugural opening night against the University of Connecticut Huskies, McLeod faced 53 shots and made 49 saves, leaving the freshman goalie with a save percentage of 49% after her first night of play. Even though the Sharks lost both games against the Huskies, McLeod showed she has what it takes to take on the NCAA's best. The Sharks' next series against reigning National Women's Ice Hockey Division I champions, the University of Wisconsin Badgers. The first game is at Iceworks in Syosset on Friday and again at the Nassau Coliseum on Saturday. This weekend, the Sharks football team celebrates their very first homecoming as a Division I program on Saturday. Despite a rough start to the season with 5 consecutive losses, anticipation is high, and the team is prepared to do whatever it takes to take their first win of the season at home. With their last 3 games on the road, head coach Brian Collins wants his team to take advantage of returning to home. He said, "You always want to defend your home turf. It is more fun against your home crowd, and it is a better experience for your fans and alumni." The team is decreasing the margin of loss each week. They're finally starting to settle into the Division I teams, and their performance in some of their more recent games is much more competitive. The Sharks take on the Red Flash of St. Francis University on Saturday. Kickoff is set for 1:05 at Bethpage Federal Credit Union Stadium. The Sharks field hockey team looks to make moves in the NEC with hopes of a big conference win on Friday afternoon against Merrimack College. The Sharks are currently tied for third place in the NEC with a dead-even conference record of 1-1. With a win at home against Merrimack College, this could put the Sharks at third place in the NEC with only 3 conference games left in their season. The game is set to start at 2 p.m. at LIU's Bethpage Federal Credit Union Stadium. The women's soccer team has a very busy weekend ahead of them with 2 road conference games against Central Connecticut State University and Wagner College. The Sharks head into this weekend after a dominating previous week of play. LIU women's soccer swept this week's NEC honors with a freshman goalkeeper, Kayla DeTroy, winning both Rookie of the Week and Defensive Player of the Week. And for the second time this season, sophomore Kendra Oldroy was named NEC Player of the Week. On Friday, the Sharks hit the road to face Central Connecticut State Blue Devils in a match set to start at 6 p.m. And in a quick turnaround, the Sharks will load the bus one more time and head to Staten Island to take on Wagner College this weekend, Sunday at 1 p.m. That's this week's Shark Report. I'm Elise Person, and now back to Sophia and Joe.
That's all the time we have for today. For more news, visit us online at liupostpioneer.com. Until next week, I'm Joe Icart.
And I'm Sophia Strauss. Have a great day.